from the Prime Minister last night that we will be facing having to have a third jab to count as fully jabbed. Once again, the rules have changed. We all played by the rules, didn't we? We were locked down. We had restrictions on our lives. People lost their jobs. Businesses failed. People unable to see their families for months and months on end. Last year, we stayed at home. We socially distanced. Millions had Christmas cancelled last year to save January, of course. And then, of course, January came and then we had lockdown. But don't worry, it's all because we've got the jabs. And when 2 jabs have been given to everyone over 70, then we'll all be free again. Well, that was a lie, wasn't it? Then it was over 50s. Then it was pretty much everybody. 6 months we spent in lockdown earlier this year. But then we were told, don't worry, we're going to get our freedoms back. Now, of course, we've got Plan B permanently being held over us, vaccine passports and masks and working from home, even though there's absolutely zero evidence that the masks and the vaccine passports stop any big COVID wave, as we see in many of the countries in Western Europe currently experiencing that. Yesterday, once again, the Prime Minister refused to rule out another lockdown over Christmas. Yet again, we're being told, a second year running, but if you get another jab, then you won't be facing more restrictions. We are being told not to get the jab because you want it and it's available to you, but because otherwise the country will go into lockdown. Otherwise, you won't be able to travel. You'll be forced to self-isolate. You've come into contact with someone who's got COVID. Basically making the third jab mandatory. That wasn't the deal. That wasn't the rules by which we were told if we played, we would get our lives back. Enough is enough. It is immoral. It is wrong. It is not justified for any third jab, any booster jab to be mandated. People who want it, people who are at risk, absolutely. But for millions of people who've had COVID, who've had 2 jabs, who were at tiny risk of getting seriously ill or dying of COVID before they even had their jab, it is absolutely untenable to then require them to get another jab before they can face the basic freedoms that we all enjoyed before this pandemic started. This has got to stop. The ground rules have got to stop being changed every few months when something else apparently goes wrong. We have been told for so long now that we need to learn to live with this virus, and yet every time we try and do so, we have that snatched away from us. This has got to stop.